right, so we just had the May the 16th March, Unite the Kingdom for Tommy Robinson, and the footage is finally out. So we're going to watch some of this now and just see just how incredible the atmosphere is and what people had to say. Let's go.
They've imported hostile, violent men into our communities, and then they've tried to smear us as racist or extremists for wanting protection of our women.
This is the revolt. This is the peasants revolting.
He needs to stop branding hard-working Brits as for far right. We just want to be heard, and he's ignoring us.
At the end of the day, do you think a civil war is inevitable here?
Yeah, it's been going on for years. I don't recognise my country no more.
Keir Starmer is like an actual traitor.
Today we're here in the streets of London. We have the Big Ben right behind us here today, and today it's set to be one of the biggest marches in the history of the United Kingdom. Hundreds of thousands of people are set to come in from all across the United Kingdom to come into the streets of London today. Right now, over 4,000 police officers have been deployed into London, and they're using new facial recognition cameras to track who comes in and out of the protest. That is something that has never happened before, and at all the major stations like King's Cross, they have new cameras that have facial recognition, and they're tracking quite literally everyone that comes into this protest.
How is this not China already?
From entering into the United Kingdom to cover this event, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, has been outspoken against those that are attending this march, saying that this march is led by convicted thugs and people that are spreading division and hate here inside the United Kingdom.
Division, aka like people who say that, yeah, that's evil, we stand against it. Right, okay. Keir Starmer wants everyone to live in a universe where we just accept all evil, because if we ever didn't accept evil, that would be causing division. The whole government is a group of thugs at the moment, so.
He called it racist, actually.
Tomorrow's march in London is a reminder of what we're up against in the battle of our values. The organised...
Our values.
Including convicted thugs and racists, are peddling hatred and division.
Cope harder.
So today we're going to be speaking with everyone here in the streets of London to see what's going on and what they have to say about what they are fighting for, as this is called the Unite the West March here in the streets of London. How do you guys feel about what your Prime Minister said about those that attend this march today?
He's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace. So he is. I'm not far right. Don't have a criminal record. I'm a pensioner. I fear for my grandchildren.
And what do you fear for your grandchildren?
Because of all the illegal immigrants that's coming here, and they're getting everything going. I have two sons, can't even get on the property market.
And why do you think Keir Starmer would call people like you racist for attending this march?
Because he's frightened. He's frightened. He's on his way out anyway, and the sooner the better.
Your message to Keir Starmer?
Resign for the country's good, you tyrant.
He's calling you guys racist for being out here today.
Well, he's full of shit, as we all know. Yeah.
Now we've made it here to the start of the march. You can hear the chants already. Everyone's yelling, Keir Starmer is a wanker.
Proper British lads.
Thousands of people in the streets right now, all chanting, Keir Starmer is a wanker. We have Keir Starmer on top of a right now.
How you doing?
How are you doing? Keir Starmer on top of a...
Yeah, he's a...
Do you feel like this is the Great Britain you grew up in?
No. Do you think it's a Great Britain we grew up in? No, not so great now.
We're an embarrassment to the world, what this government's doing.
What do you guys think about Keir Starmer blocking journalists from coming into the United Kingdom?
It's disgusting, isn't it? Yeah, it's only for one thing, because they say things he don't like. You say things Keir Starmer don't like, he likes to block you. I'm surprised you managed to sneak through, to be fair, mate. I've just been watching you in Cuba.
I'm a bit surprised as well that they let me in.
I don't know, you managed to sneak
through. And how come
you
think here they're attacking freedom of speech?
Well, I know why. It's because they've got their own narrative, haven't they? I mean, I don't go all into it, but it all stems from after the war. They started implementing all these systems of anti-racism, and it just come to a point now where white man's not listened to. It's not about black or white, but native people are just not listened to in the country.
Done a whole video on this. Kalergi plan.
There's a Sikh guy stabbed a white kid the other day, and the police arrested the white kid because the Sikh guy said he said something racist. They handcuffed him, he sat on the floor, bled out and died. A couple of days ago. Somebody Novak, his name is, young college kid, look it up, mate.
He was choking on his own blood.
Wow, you know what it's like, mate. It's tyranny in this country, absolute diabolical. They're against us English.
Future, my friend. You can't keep pouring one country into this one, expecting it's going to turn out. They've got different cultures, different ideologies, and different ways of living. We want to keep our culture. I've got a granddaughter. When in 30 years' time, when she grows up, I want her to recognise the England I was was born in. And if we keep pouring into this country, there's going to be nothing left.
In what ways is the England that you grew up in different than the England that your grandchildren are growing up in?
Because we keep pouring in these different cultures, these different religions into this country. And we've seen
jihad, inbreeding, child marriage, female genital mutilation, you name it.
Across Europe. It destroys everything on its path, on its way. I've got nothing against refugees coming in, as long as they're vetted. And we understand who they are and what they are. Come and respect our culture, come and respect our people. That's all we ask.
And Keir Starmer has called the organizers of the event thugs and racist, and has said that you guys are pushing division and hate here inside the country.
Keir Starmer shouldn't even be there. He's hanging on by a thread, and he knows he is. It's his last chance for his last chance to stand against us people. He's been calling us far-right fascists and Nazis. Can you see any far-right fascists and Nazis around here? I see grandparents, I see parents, I see soldiers, I see everyone else. It's my grandson. We're not far-right, we're not fascists, we're not Nazis. We're just people who want a future for this country, and that's all we're after.
And do you think
so good? So good.
Have to actually defend the country and bear up arms?
Yeah, because nobody's listening to anybody. They're just doing what they want to do. They're not asking us what we want.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm all right. I'm here for the love of Christ.
The march has officially begun. Tommy is right behind
good old
us
bagpipes.
now. Leading the march. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are out here in the streets of London. Here we go.
So good. Wish I was there.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this man. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for blessing him and keeping him and continue to bless him and cover him in all ways. In Jesus' precious name, amen.
Amen. There we go. People in the streets of Britain praying for me.
Good to hear you. Oh my God, take your photo.
The people of London.
Come here, quick. Yes.
And ma'am, they are calling people like you a racist for being out here today.
I was an NHS worker. I worked for the NHS. I was a medical emergency nursing assistant. I lost my job for showing a post from the government website how much asylum seekers get when they come to the UK. I was sacked for gross misconduct straight away. Never had a complaint about me ever in my life. So I'm here to support my nurses.
So you've been attacked by the government for speaking out against mass immigration?
Yes, I was a NHS nursing assistant. I was a medical emergency, and I lost my job through freedom to speak, and I'm going to be here. I'm going to show freedom to speak in the UK, and we're going to show it today.
So you have the march coming from right here, and then you have a whole nother group of people, a whole nother sea of people meeting up right here. Very well.
Man, the sleeping giant is awakening.
You have the police on the outskirts of the march, and check this out. They have these cameras right here surveilling each and every single one of the protesters. See those cameras right there? They use those to survey the people, and then they have the body cameras as well. So they have those cameras right there for any evidence, or any footage that they may need. Mass surveillance here in the streets of the United Kingdom.
So good, look at that.
Nick Shirley!
Oh, hello.
Oh my goodness. Hello, Nick Shirley.
Nice to meet you. Your sign says, "We did not vote for open borders, digital ID, higher taxes, two-tier policing, loss of free speech, pedophiles in politics, higher cost of living, Starmer out, restore Britain."
Yeah.
What's your message to Keir Starmer today?
Keir Starmer's a wanker. Everything in the mandate is backtracked on. He's added things in that wasn't mandated, like digital ID. It doesn't listen to the British public. He's just had a landslide vote, and he still is ignorant.
He needs to go.
He needs to stop branding hard-working Brits as far right. We just want to be heard, and he's ignoring us.
How do you feel about the mass surveillance here of your government?
I feel like if you can do that to your own people, why can't you monitor more closely the people you're letting in who are abusing our women and children, who are taking taxpayers' money, who are living better lives than the people who are working really hard in this country, who live here, who are proud of where we are. We don't oppose immigration. We just don't want to be.
Where are all the cameras on the beaches of England? Where are all the cameras at sea capturing all the faces of people coming in?
Starmer and your politicians are calling people out here racist, saying this is pushing division here inside the United Kingdom.
I wish I knew the answer to that question, but I really don't. I ask myself himself this all the time. All I know is he's not serving the British public, and these numbers prove it.
The march continues to get bigger and bigger. Right now we're in Trafalgar Square. It is completely filled, and all the way down to Parliament Square it is completely filled as well. We're gonna go interview Tommy in just a moment. Tommy, you've done it again.
We've done it.
March.
We're leading a revolution in Britain, right?
From here in the middle of
You had your revolution through the election ballot box with Donald Trump. We're having ours right now on the street.
The whole, entire streets of Whitehall all the way to Trafalgar are full of people. And what does this say about the current state of the United Kingdom? What do the British and people want?
It says that the public are ready. We're ready, right? We've been asleep for too long.
Ready for what?
We're ready to fight for our country, right? We're ready. And what you're witnessing now is a formation and an organisation. We're going to spread this through every town and city, and we're getting ready for the Battle of Britain in 2029. Our next election is the most important election in this country's history, because the enemy are no longer invading on the borders where they are, but the enemy's here. They're here. They're here, and they're betraying us.
Why has your government betrayed the people of Great Britain?
They've tried to replace us, just like they did in Minnesota. Why do you think Somalia is the hottest place in the world, yeah? They're living in Minnesota. They didn't choose there. They were put there. They were put there. So think what they've done there, and think of what you exposed, and think that they all knew it was happening, but they turned a blind eye. Well, they turned a blind eye to them raping their way through our country, because they're importing voters. They're replacing us. They have 6, 7 kids. We don't. They're bringing people in to replace us that are loyal to them, that want to be dependent on the state. Well, we don't. The far left have had their revolution, yeah? They've had it. Open borders, breakdown of the family, attacking nationalism, patriotism.
They got what they want.
Successful revolution. You're witnessing today the counter-revolution.
Oh.
The counter-revolution, civil war come 2029 if nothing happens.
We need to win at the ballot box in 2029. Now, to do that, you have to get the 50% of non-voters. You need to captivate them, electrify them, and give them back that sense of identity and belief that they matter. Today, everyone here knows they matter.
And your message to the rest of the West, for those that aren't here, that don't see what's happening every day here in Britain, what would you say the reality of life is?
The reality of life is women are scared, they can't walk the streets, our daughters are being raped, they've took the safety of our nation. They've imported hostile, violent men into our communities, and then they've tried to smear us as racists or extremists for wanting protection of our women. And to the rest of the West, unite the kingdom, look at that, read that on that side. It says unite the kingdom, unite the West, because this is a Western civilisational problem. They're attacking us.
Stop saying everyone out here is racist today.
Yeah, no one cares what they say, right? Look around you, look at the diversity. This is a lovely crowd, man.
You guys are out here.
There we go. I'm so glad Tommy Robinson is still alive. That guy has had very close shaves with jihadists. He's been nearly killed on multiple occasions. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this kind of movement that we are seeing today. So super important that that guy stays safe, that we support Tommy. And at this point, I think the only hope for Britain is to vote Restore Britain, the political party headed up by Rupert Lowe. This was an amazing video though. Go watch the rest on Nick Shirley's channel. It's an incredible video, and I think it really captures the atmosphere of what was going on there. I wish I could have been there. Let me know if you're in the UK, if you're at the event. I want to know what it was like. Comment down below. Subscribe to the show if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you in the next one. God bless.